I am a huge fan of Collin College. That starts with my two sons who went to Lovejoy High School, and they both went on to four-year universities with a lot of dual credits that they got through Collin College. So that's the first reason. Secondly, I've been an employer. I was at Methodist McKinney Hospital for about 11 years as president, and I recently moved to become president of a hospital in Plano. And so being in healthcare and as an employer, it's very important to partner with the college. We have hired many of their students, especially nurses. They have a top-notch nursing program, and we've hired other specialties as well. But we also bring their students into our facilities for clinical rotations to help classroom time and then clinical patient at the bedside time. So I've just partnered with them for a lot of years, and I'm a huge fan. And by the way, I was the McKinney Chamber of Commerce board chairman. And years ago, in that role, we went down to Austin on Collin County days and also lobbied in between to help the college get four-year degrees, which they now have nursing, cybersecurity, and construction management, which is great because not everybody has to go off to an expensive four-year university. So I'm a fan of the college. So the Texas Miracle has just seen how we have companies coming to Texas from all over the country and even out of state. I've actually been I've been appointed to 3 terms on the McKinney Economic Development Corporation board, and we're trying to bring in companies to Texas, as well as I talk to a lot of local employers and am a local employer. We need a trained workforce. Data shows that within about 10 years or maybe a little more, 70% of the students will need a postgraduate certificate or degree. And right now, about 30% of those students meet those requirements within 6 years after graduation. So there's a big mismatch. There's not enough trained people for the jobs we're creating, and the people that are graduating are not going to have the skills to make a living wage. So it's really important. Collin College is part of the solution with the vocational programs, the certificate programs, the getting them ready for academic or even offering four-year programs. So I want them to continue doing what they're doing, being the solution, and expanding into more four-year programs, into where new jobs are needed, like cybersecurity, and also into what used to be rural areas that are becoming suburbs, like the Wiley, Farmersville, and Salina expansions. So keep the train going in that direction. So the measure of success is actually, my measure of success would be exactly what the legislature is talking about right now, is outcomes. So as I mentioned, to earn a living wage and to meet the needs of the local employers, you have to have a vocation, a certificate, or a degree. And the legislature in Austin right now is considering changing the state funding for community colleges so that the outcomes we have, meaning if a student gets an associate's degree at Collin and goes on to a four-year university, are they going to be prepared for success? And are they going to be successful? That's the measure, is the outcomes of the students that we train. It's extremely important for the college and the business community to work together. And obviously, a little bit of everywhere in that. As an employer of over 200 people, we had to partner and do partner with the college for hiring their employees, making sure they're offering the right degrees and the right training, and then partnering with them for internships or clinical rotations. Also, in my roles with the Chamber of Commerce and on that board, and in my role with the Economic Development Corporation and that board, we talk to employers. And recently, you might have seen an announcement where the McKinney EDC partnered with Raytheon and Collin College for a workforce development program. So it takes a village to work together to make sure the college is offering the right training and the right curriculum, and that the employers are supporting them and working together so we get the job accomplished well. Back to outcomes. When they're done, are they going to be employable and ready for the workforce? There are definitely opportunities for the college and the local school districts to work together. I know, obviously, I mentioned my sons got dual credit. I believe there's also good working relationships on the trade, like on the Allen Trade School, but those relationships need to be expanded further so that more kids can take advantage of those and meet more needs. There's just not enough in enough areas, and I'd like to be able to talk to the school districts and say, how can we do better? What are we not doing today that we can do tomorrow? I'm excited about so much at the college, I don't even know where to begin. I love the 4-year degree programs. Having it right here at home at a fraction of the cost of the big universities is great. Need to keep expanding that, which they are right now. They're working on a healthcare management 4-year degree as well as others. We need to keep that going. I'm excited about the great results. I was at the board meeting last week, and you saw some of the great students are going and competing from Collin, competing with 4-year well-known institutions and doing very, very well. So there are a lot of great outcomes. You might have noticed the women's basketball team was like 27-1. So that's not terrible. The expansion into Wiley, Farmersville, the Salina, the trade campus is a great addition. That needs to expand. I'm very proud of what they've done with the police, fire, and EMS academy. So there's just a lot of good things. It's something we should all be very proud of in Collin County.